Hi everyone, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today to share the latest Simplicity sewing pattern release with you. So I've picked out I think 5 or 6 of my favourites and some gorgeous dressmaking fabrics you could pair them with. Everything I talk about today is available on our lovely website and you'll find links to our website and all the products I talk about below. And if the patterns I've chosen aren't quite your thing, do stay tuned to the end of the video where we've put a lovely slideshow of all the designs for you, and there was a lot in this release. It was a very welcome, fully packed release from Simplicity this time, which is great. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe because every Friday I bring you a video packed full of sewing goodness. And if you can't wait a whole week, do jump on and have a look at our Instagram account. I'll pop the link below. You can give us a follow there, and I share daily posts on our grid of what I'm making, sewing tips, techniques, and just more sewing inspo. So before we get started, I know people might ask, because they often do, what I'm wearing, so I'll just quickly show you that. This is the True Bias Shelby dress pattern, which I absolutely love. It's my favourite, probably one of my very favourite day dress patterns that I made last year. I'm trying to get some more of this viscose fabric in. It's a lovely little daisy design, but we should be able to get the Shelby dresses as well. If it's available, it'll be up on the website and you can find it there. I'll pop links below for you as well on this video. So let's get started with the Simplicity patterns then. So the first one I want to talk to you about is 9265, which is very contemporary and now sort of peasant dress, or the sewing bees referred to them as a buffet dress, which I'd never heard before. But you've got a V-neck with a small stand-up collar, and it's an empire line with bust darts, and then there's options for a tiered gathered skirt, maxi length, or there's an option for, it looks like about a knee length skirt that's just gathered without the tiering. There's also sleeve options, so you've got a sleeveless option, you've got a lovely option which is proper boho. I just love this boho vibe, which is a sleeve and then it's tiered and gathered to replicate that sort of tiered gathered skirt, and it looks like it's probably gathered into elastic at the hem. And then you've got the short sleeve option, which is the one that just goes with the plainer dress, which has just got the plain V-neck, no collar, and a gathered skirt. So lots of options here. A fantastic day dress. I'm really into this look. I love it. I've made one of these dresses so far. I made a lovely Simplicity one actually, but I need more of these in my wardrobe definitely, because they're just so easy to wear. And now the fact that you can wear trainers, or we should always be able to wear trainers, but it's fashionable I suppose at the moment to wear trainers with dresses. That's like the answer to all of my prayers. I just absolutely love that trend, and I think it just makes dresses more wearable for every day, because you know, you don't feel too overdressed in them. It feels quite casual. So the bust measurements on this one run from, it goes from an XXS to an XXL. So the XXS is 28 to 29 bust and a 29 to 30 hip, and the XXL is a 50 to 52 bust and a 51 to 53 hip. It says that you can make it in batiks, chambray, cotton lawns, cotton blends, linen blends, rayon, poplin, shirting, so lots and lots of different woven fabrics would be suitable for this. But going with the boho vibe, I just couldn't resist. I think I've shown you this one before, this gorgeous silky viscose fabric which has got this paisley print in those muted sort of beige and earthy tones. I just think it's so Woodstock, it's so suitable for that style of dress, and I'd be tempted to go for the full-on Woodstock vibe with the long sleeves with the tiered sort of gathered section on them and the tiered gathered skirt. I think it would just swish and sway beautifully and yeah, make all of my retro dreams come true. So that's my choice for that one. The next pattern, in stark contrast, is very much a sort of everyday simple top. It's 9273. So it would be there is a simple t-shirt version with a crew neck and short sleeves, or there's also a version with the crew neck. It's finished with a neckband, and then there's a gathered sleeve head, and then the sleeves sort of puff a little bit and gather into a band at the hem. Or there's another option for a sort of more voluminous looking puff sleeve as well. Now, the reason I like this pattern and chose this one was because fairly recently, or tail end of the winter, I decided to make a well-loved t-shirt pattern that I've got, and I thought, oh, I'll try and just add a bit of gathering at the sleeve head, see if I can create a bit of a puff sleeve. So I slashed the pattern piece and spread it and tried to do it, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work out. I've seen other people do it, and I did copy like a tutorial that someone had shared on Instagram somewhere, but it just didn't work out. I don't know what went wrong. I probably didn't have enough of a spread of the pattern piece to give me enough fabric, but I just thought, well, this is great that there's a pattern here that will do it all for me. So this one comes in the same size range as the previous one, XXS to XXL. And my choice for this one, I really want to make a t-shirt in this gorgeous, I think it's a viscose jersey. Let me just double check. Yes, it is. It's a viscose jersey, and it's an animal print. It's a white background with a mint green animal print on it, which I just love for summer. It's so fresh and bright and pretty. It's just a really nice take on animal prints. And we also have a ritual jersey fabric in a plain mint, which I thought you could use for the neckband if you wanted to, for a bit of contrast. That's a little tip I often like to use on my t-shirts, just to make them a little bit different. But we also have loads of viscose jerseys, plains in different colours as well, which would work really well for that pattern as well if you're more into your plains. The next pattern I wanted to share with you is a gorgeous Mimi G design. Love Mimi G, love all her, lots of her ideas, and just her whole story I think is fantastic. She's very inspirational to me. But yeah, Mimi G's 9261, which is a fitted jersey dress. Looks like it's got a very low V-neck. I think I might want to just slightly raise that perhaps, but you know, each to their own with that. It's got a sort of band underneath the bust, and then a very fitted skirt, which comes to, it looks like you can choose midi length or sort of just below the knee. There's a couple of lengths there, options wise. And what I like about this as well, it's like a sleeveless dress, but then she's put these bands to finish the sleeves, which sort of stand out and just give it a nice, really different look. There are pockets as well. Personally, I don't think I'd put pockets on something this fitted, because you're not really, you know, I know it's a design feature, but I think I'd probably omit those and just have a nice smooth skirt on this. It runs in sizes 6 to 24. So a 6 is a 30.5 inch bust, a 23 waist and a 32.5 inch hip. And a 24 is a 46 bust, 39 waist and 48 hip. But yeah, really unusual design. It's got a little vent at the back as well. I just think really imaginative, and definitely would be a super knockout dress for summer. We're able to start socialising a bit more in the UK now. We're still not fully out of restrictions, but I think most people are sort of getting out and about a bit more, meeting up with people, that sort of thing. So excuses for pretty dresses, people, which is wonderful. And the fabric I thought would look beautiful made up in that figure hugging dress is this scuba fabric, which is a gorgeous lilac colour with a digital floral print on it. I think it would work brilliantly, and because it is a scuba, it's a little bit more weighty than some of the jerseys, and personally, if I was wearing something that figure hugging, I think I'd rather have something that was a little bit more substantial in terms of the weight, rather than something really lightweight that would really cling. I think this would probably work better for that style of dress, so that's my choice there. Next one up is another Mimi G design. Again, same sizes, 6 to 24. A gorgeous fitted jumpsuit. I really love this. I just think it's such a lovely idea. It's got puff sleeves that go into a cuff, or you can make a sleeveless version, which I think would be gorgeous for the summer as well. I've only got one jumpsuit in my wardrobe, which I made when I very first started sewing, so I really need to sort that out, and this pattern is tempting me big time. It's got princess seams, so I think you'll be able to get a really nice fit on the bodice. You've got the option for the puff sleeves or sleeveless. I think I'd go for the sleeveless version. And then you've got belt loops and a nice chunky belt, and then fitted trousers with pockets, and it's fastened with a zip. I just think it's a super sexy style. It's suitable for denim, cottons, linens, poplins, satins, that sort of thing. We have got an animal print sateen, which I thought would be really cool in it, but it might be a bit too out there for some people for a jumpsuit. But the other option I thought was just to use some cotton sateen. This is our John Caldor Marmaris fabric, and it comes in this red and navy blue and like a beige colourway as well. So if this bright red's a bit much for you, do check out the other more neutral options. But I just thought, oh, quite fancy the sleeveless version in this bright red cotton sateen. I think this has got just a tiny little bit of give in it, not much, but you know, that would probably help with that design as well to make it a little bit more comfortable. But the other option you've got as well is to make it in a lovely denim, and we've got loads of nice denims on the website. Some of the lighter weight ones would be suitable for that. And then the next design I wanted to share with you is Simplicity 9267. So same size range as before, 6 to 24. This is a button-down skirt with a waistband. Comes in 3 lengths. It looks like it comes in probably a knee length or just above the knee, a midi length and a maxi length. It's got pockets as well. And I don't have enough skirts in my wardrobe. I've got a few now. I've made a bit of an effort to make more because I think in the summer especially they're just great for everyday wear. Just nice to get out of the jeans and out of the trousers that in this country a lot of the time we end up wearing all winter. I thought it was a really contemporary design. If you just pair it with a simple t-shirt like they have on the packet and some nice sliders or something like that, I think it would work really well. Or even trainers and a denim jacket and a t-shirt, I think it would look really contemporary. And the fabric I chose for this one is this John Caldor Crepe de Chine. It's like an animal print, but it's a nice weight crepe de chine. This is. You might want to line it, but I don't think you probably would need to. But if you did, you could just use a poly cotton or something to line it. But I just thought that would look really contemporary, made up into that skirt with some nice buttons down the front, and then you could pair it with a black or a white t-shirt perhaps, and a denim jacket. And also because it's a crepe de chine, it's got that lovely sort of drape of movement, so I think it would hang really nicely made up into that skirt as well. So that's that one. And then finally we have Simplicity 9223, which again runs in the size range 6 to 24. And this is, I really like this dress because I think it's beautiful in its simplicity. So simplicity, get it? Sorry everyone, terrible joke. But it's got a crew neck, very simple crew neck, probably finished I would imagine with a facing because there's no neckband or anything else visible. It's got a centre front seam, and it comes in, it looks like a sort of knee length or midi length. You've got an option for a sleeveless version or a version with short sleeves, and then it's got pleats that sort of run from the bust down to the hem of the skirt on one side, so it's kind of asymmetric in that respect. And I just think it's a really classic, beautifully simple design. I really do. I think it's just, I don't know, there's just something about it that made it really stand out for me. So yeah, that one again is going to be woven fabrics, things like linen type fabrics, cottons, chambrays, that sort of thing. And I thought there were 2 options I would go for. I recently made a denim dress in this beautiful indigo chambray fabric. Now, once this is gone, it's gone. We've only got a bit of it, which I said when I showed you the denim dress, and I think I probably put people off. They probably thought, oh, you know, I won't get some. But there are a few meters left of this. It's really lovely stuff. If you have a look at one of my previous videos, I made a denim dress in it, and it's beautiful. I thought that could work quite well. And for the Mimi G jumpsuit as well. Or if you wanted to go for a nice bold print instead, we've got this beautiful cotton lawn fabric sticking with the orange theme on the packet, and I thought that would work really well as well. So I hope you've all enjoyed that today. As always, everything I talked about today is available on our lovely website, and you'll find links to our website and all the products below. Don't forget, we've got the little slideshow now, and if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.